Dear students, today we are going to do the experiment load test on single phase transformer. Right. So here, why we are already the what is the transformer? So which converts the voltage level from one level to the another level without the change in the frequency. Right. So whatever may be the electrical apparatus, why we are conducting the load test means in order to check the performance characteristics of your electrical equipment. So that is why we go for the load test. Okay, so what is the efficiency, what is the regulation, what is the output voltage, and what is the current? So actually these are all our performance characteristics. For analyzing purpose, we are conducting the load test on any kind of the electrical apparatus. So now we are doing the load test on single phase transformer. Okay, actually see this is the circuit diagram. This is the circuit diagram. See here, single phase means you have the phase and neutral, so which is excited by the 230 volt. So after that, which is feed to the single phase auto transformer. You know auto transformer, so you can vary the voltage from the zero to up to the its rated value of the voltage. Okay, but in the normal transformer you cannot vary the voltage level, but we have the special case, we have the tapings. But in the auto transformer, from the beginning, from the 0 to up to the rated value, you can vary. Okay, so why we are using the auto transformer here means to vary the voltage. That means we have to set up the rated voltage of the our normal single phase transformer. So for that purpose we are using the auto transformer. So using the auto transformer, we can excite the transformer primary of the normal transformer winding by its rated voltage. Okay, so then for measuring purpose we are using the voltmeter and ammeter. See, for measuring the voltage we are using the voltmeter, and for measuring the ammeter we are using the for measuring the current we are using the ammeter. And this is the wattmeter. This is the symbol of the actually the wattmeter. See here you have the two coils, that is a pressure coil, and you have the current coil, two more coils which integrated measure the power. That means voltage into current, which is equals to power. Okay, so for doing the load test on the transformer, in the primary side you have to connect the single phase auto transformer in order to give the rated voltage to your single phase transformer. Then for measuring purpose you have to put the voltage, ammeter and wattmeter. Okay, in the secondary side similarly you have to connect the ammeter, voltmeter and wattmeter, and here we are connecting the load. See, in our laboratory we have a resistive load, so we connect the resistive load. Okay, so this is actually connected across your secondary, winding. Okay, right. Now how to choose this value of the voltmeter and ammeter, then wattmeter? Okay, so now voltmeter means here, see, you have to first of all you have to know the nameplate details of the transformer. See, in our laboratory, see here it is the 1 kVA transformer and single phase, and the voltage rating is, see, they are clearly mentioned 230 volt, and ohms rating is 4.3 amperes. 4.3 amperes, that is the rated current. So whatever may be the experiment, so before doing the experiment you must understand what is the nameplate details of that particular equipment. It may be the machine or motor, generator, or maybe the transformer. So you must understand what is this nameplate details. That means from that we should aware about this nameplate details. So here it is the 4.3 amperes. 4.3 amperes. That means you should not load the transformer beyond this value. That means 4.3 amperes. So if you go beyond this 4.3 amperes, what will happen? See, automatically, see, inside you have the primary and secondary winding, right? So that winding is capable of carry the current up to the 4.3 amperes. So if you go beyond that, what will happen? Automatically the winding get damaged, and sometimes due to the enormous amount of the heat, so it may get melt down. Okay, so that is why whatever may be the experiment, so before you should refer the nameplate details of this equipment. Okay, right. Now here you have a circuit. See here it is the so our primary voltage of the transformer is 230. So here in our laboratory available voltmeter range is 150 and 300 volts. So better we choose 300 volt voltmeter, okay, for single phase. And for the ammeter, see you can choose the rated current of the transformer is what, 4.3. So you can choose 5 amps ammeter or 10 amps ammeter, okay, you can choose. So similarly here also what, 300 volt voltmeter, and here you can choose the range of 0 to 5 or 0 to 10 amps, okay, because we should not load this transformer go beyond the 4.3 amperes. Okay, when you keep on increasing this load, what will happen means this voltmeter and ammeter wattmeter reading get increases its value. Okay, so while increasing that value, this ammeter, okay, this ammeter value should not exceed that 4.3. So if you exceed that value means automatically your winding get damaged. So this winding is only capable of carry the 4.3 amperes only. If you go beyond that value, winding get damaged. Okay, right. Now, so in abnormal cases, if anything goes wrong, what will happen means for that you are using, for protection purpose, we are using the fuse gear. We are using the fuse gear. How to fix the fuse rating? Okay, in our house also, see, due to the excess amount of the load, fuse will be blown out. So we are rectifying that problem with new wire, fuse wire. Okay, similarly here also we have the fuse, right? And how to fix the fuse rating of that fuse means 125% of the rated current, right? That means see 1.25 into rated current. So here what is the rated current? See, you have to refer the your nameplate detail. So here it is mentioned 4.3. So 1.25 into 4.3 amperes. So what is the fuse rating? You have to fix to the around highest integer of the nearest integer of the highest value. So for example, let me take here it is the 10 amperes. Okay. So here the input. See here for single phase and neutral. Okay, which will be connected to the fuse, and from fuse it is connected to the single phase auto transformer in order to feed the rated voltage to your transformer. So while feeding, what is your voltage, what is the current, and what is the input power, you can measure using this voltmeter, ammeter and wattmeter. So while loading, what is the ammeter reading and voltmeter reading, wattmeter reading, you can note down. Okay, see, this is the your voltmeter. See, this is actually the setup of your for doing the experiment in laboratory. Okay, right. This is your single phase transformer, single phase auto transformer. See, this is actually the single phase auto transformer. See here 0 to up to the 260 volt. See here the knob indicates, okay, 0. So you can vary this voltage from 0, 40, 30, 60, 70, 80, 90. So you can able to vary the voltage level up to its rated value. Okay, this is the advantages in the auto transformer over normal transformer. But in case of the C, in the your normal single phase transformer, you cannot change. But here they are in laboratory, they are providing some tappings. See 0, 115 volt for 200 volt and 230 volt. See, they are taking the percentage in the tapping, that is the 50% tapping, 86.6% tapping and 100% tapping. Okay, see, this is the primary and here you have the secondary. So you can put here at the 0 volt, then you have to fix. If you want 50% step means you will get the 115 volt. Okay, if you have a 86.6% means you will get some 199 volt. Similarly, if you want 100% tapping, that means whatever you feed, that will get the in the output. Okay, right. This is the your normal transformer. See here for the secondary side, for measuring the power, we are using that wattmeter. Okay, using that wattmeter you can measure the AC and DC power also, right? See here we are choosing the 5 bar 10 amps. So whatever may you can use this. See, if it is a 0 to 10 amperes, here 5 also indicate. That means you can use this ammeter for the 5 amps alone or maybe the 10 amps also. See here you have some terminal. See here, this is the common terminal, the common point. If you want to choose 10 amps means you can connect the wire here, Otherwise you can connect the wire in the 5 amperes. Okay. So better you keep always the meters in this like this position, that is in the horizontal position, not in the vertical. See, similarly here also you have a common terminal, then see here it is the 300 volt terminal and here the 600 volt terminal also. But for the single phase you can choose better 300 volt terminal. Okay, right. This is regarding the ammeter and voltmeter. See here also they mention, see, 300 and 600. So which terminal you can choose, accordingly you can take the reading. If it is a 300 means you can directly note down the readings, but in case of the 600 means you have to multiply. So for example, if the meter shows the 100 volt means you have to multiply by the 2 times. Okay, so it will indicates the 200. So similarly here also, if we choose the 10 amps terminal, you can directly note down the readings what ammeter reads. But if you choose the 5 amps terminal means, see, whatever the reading it shows, you should divide that reading by 2. Okay, and similarly see here also in wattmeter, right? In wattmeter, see here it can able to measure up to the 750 watts, and you can choose the 5 and 10 amps. Okay, see here you have the terminals, that is the B1, E1 and B2, E2, then L, M, and here you have the common. Okay, and see here also you can choose the whatever may be your voltage as per your experiment requirement, 150 volt, 300 volt and 600 volt also, right? So but in case of the single phase we never go beyond the 230 or 240 volt. Okay, as per Indian standard. But while doing the experiments in the 3-phase circuits means definitely we should use this 600 volts. So across the 2 phases we can able to measure using this wattmeter also. So in that case you will have more than the 400 voltage. So on that case only we are choosing this 600 volt terminal. Okay, see similar setup. See, for the secondary side for measuring purpose, this wattmeter and ammeter and voltmeter. Right. Similarly for primary side for measuring the power and current, then voltage. Okay, this is the experiment setup. Now see here how your connection. How your connection. See from the base neutral. Okay, see here in the laboratory setup. See here you have this base and neutral. See from this you will get the single phase supply. From this you will get the single phase supply. If you switch on the supply, automatically this current here it goes to your auto transformer. Okay, in the auto transformer you have the base and neutral. Okay, now from this auto transformer you made the connection, right, like this. See from the auto transformer, see one terminal is connected to the ammeter, that is ammeter common. Again from ammeter common and voltmeter common are shorted, right? From this another one neutral terminal you connect to the voltmeter. From the ammeter you connect to the M, and M and C, that is you have to, it is not internally shorted, you have to short these terminals M and C, right? And this was the line, and here you have the voltage. Okay, this V connected to the this primary of the transformer, and L line is directly connected to the primary of the next terminal, that is the common terminal, and here it is a P2. And from the voltmeter you have to connect it to this. Okay, and the secondary side also you have to connect the load. You have to connect the load, right? See here secondary side, that means S1 and S2. See from the S1 and S2 you have to connect the ammeter, wattmeter and voltmeter. Okay, the similar connection what we have in the primary side also. Okay, see here this is the actually the single phase resistive load, right? See here, this is the nameplate detail, you must understand. See the kilowatts is some 3 and the voltage is 230 and amperes is up to you can use consume that 13 amperes, and it is the single phase. Okay, see here like that they are having the 0.5 amps, 0.51 and 2 amperes. Okay, and 3 amperes. So whatever, So at a time you need some 10 amperes means you can switch on. Now it is all the switches are off. Okay, this is actually the main switch. If you suddenly drastically increase the load, see, for the protection purpose they are giving the fuse also. And this is the your terminal. This is your terminal, positive and negative terminal. Okay, from the load. Actually this is the load setup. See here how means, see here inside you have the some resistance tube, so which creates the resistance, see, like this. Okay, and each and every resistance tube is connected to the terminal. Okay, you can consume that load. And here you have to fix the type of the range. See, the aim is to conduct the load test on single phase transformer and to find the efficiency and percentage regulation. Actually that is actually the performance characteristics of your transformer. Okay, for checking that performance characteristics only we are conducting the load test. And apparatus requirement, see what are the apparatus we discussed. See, voltmeter, ammeter, wattmeter, then single phase auto transformer, then loading rheostat, that is a single phase resistive load, and you need some connecting wires. And as already I explained how to choose the range and what is the type. Okay, see here regarding the type, see here you have the two types of the wattmeter. So one is the UPF wattmeter, another one is the LPF wattmeter. Okay, unity power factor and lagging power factor. So whenever you conduct the load test and short circuit test, you should use this UPF wattmeter. Okay, if you no load test, if you conduct the no load test and open circuit test, you should use the LPF wattmeter. Okay, these are the two types of wattmeter available, LPF and UPF wattmeter. So this is our circuit diagram. See, you have to connect the phase, that means output. This is actually in bleed. Directly you can connect then auto transformer. From the auto transformer connections are begin, right? So you have to connect the voltmeter, ammeter and wattmeter. And secondary side also you have to connect the voltmeter, ammeter, wattmeter. Then finally you have to connect to the load. Right? So in order to give the load this transformer. So while loading, what is the performance characteristics we are going to check. Right? See here you have this phase and neutral. Okay, so from this is directly connected to your auto transformer. From the auto transformer, see here the phase, right? So phase is connected to your ammeter. Phase is connected to your ammeter terminal. Sorry, voltmeter terminal. From the voltmeter and the ammeter common. Okay, see here it is the ammeter, voltmeter and ammeter common terminal. So both are get shorted. Okay, from the ammeter terminal in the primary side you can choose the 10 amperes. Okay, so from 10 amperes to it is connected to the terminal M, and you have to short this M and C, that is the M and the common. Okay, so like this you have to short, made the short circuit, right? So then from the voltmeter, see here we are choosing that 150 volt, right? 150 volt. So from the 150 volt, one is connected to the this neutral of your auto transformer. Then you took another one wire. You took the another one wire. So which is connected to the, see here it is the volt. That means in the wattmeter. In the wattmeter, see here it is the 150 volt. So it is connected. So this wire. Okay, right. And from here you have to take the another one wire and which is directly connected to your this transformer. So for example, let me take here we are using this transformer as a step up transformer. Okay, see we are using the 0 then 115 volt. This is the voltage across your primary, and we are choosing the 0 and 230 volt. Okay, across the secondary of the transformer. Okay, now this connection is over in the primary side, right? Then in the secondary side, see from the load, on the load, see positive and negative terminal, which is actually directly connected as per our circuit diagram, see, which is directly connected across your voltmeter. And from the voltmeter you made the connections like this, and all the connections should be very tight, because we are going to load the transformer. So during the loading condition, if it is a loose connection, it may get spark, and sometimes the voltmeter and ammeter get damaged. So once it get damaged, these are the sensitive elements, so it will get permanently damaged, so we cannot reuse. Okay, so all the connections should be very tight, right, like this. Okay, in the secondary side also you have to connect in the transformer. Okay, so after giving the proper connection, so now we switch on the supply to the auto transformer. Okay, now it get auto transformer get energized. So now we have to vary the voltage. Okay, so here in the voltmeter, what we connected, see, it is the 150 volts. See, if you vary this auto transformer, so mean the time, see here voltmeter also get vary. See here, see the primary of the transformer is connected to the 115 volt. So by varying the auto transformer, we have to set the 115 volt. Okay, see, mean the time, you note down the ammeter and wattmeter. See, there is no reading. And see here the secondary side, see what we said, the secondary side is 230 volt. See here, it step up the voltage, so transformer step up the voltage and to the 230 volt. Okay, it step up the voltage from 115 volt to the 230 volt. Let's see here, if you connect the load only, ammeter will vary, right, ammeter and wattmeter will vary. So till it is in the position 0, right. First we have to note down the no load reading. See here, load is not connected. Okay, see, we said using auto transformer we set the voltage to the 115 volt, right. See here in this voltmeter alone it shows voltmeter, and the secondary side voltmeter shows the that step up voltage. Okay, and ammeter wattmeter in the 0 position. So you should note down this reading using this tabulation. See here, it is the serial number, and if the load connected, so what about the V1 primary side, V1, I1 and wattmeter reading watts. Okay, similarly note down the secondary side voltmeter reading, ammeter reading and wattmeter reading. So after that you have to calculate using this wattmeter reading, you have to calculate the input power, how much amount of the power we feed to the primary side. Okay, how much amount of the power we get across the secondary side. Okay, load. Then you know the formula of the efficiency is output power divided by input power, that we can, and using the regulation formula you can calculate the percentage regulation. Okay, so first we note down the no load reading for reference purpose only. Okay, now we have to switch on the load. See here, step by step we have to switch on the load, because the rated current of the transformer is 4.3 amps. So the load, see here, it is the 0.5, 0.51. Okay, so you can increase the load by 0.5 amps, 0.5 amps. Okay, for example, first we have to switch on the main. You have to switch on the main. Okay, switch on the main of the load. After that you switch on the 0.5 amperes. Okay, now for the 0.5 amperes, what is the reading here? See, now you have the small deflection here. See, in the secondary side ammeter, right, see, in between 0 and 1, so 0.5 amperes, but it is not accurately 0.5 amperes. So due to the some of the drop, so it will show some less than 0.5, 0.45 or 47, like that. Okay, see, you note down the corresponding voltmeter reading. Then see here, wattmeter is deflected now. See how much amount of the power we consume, right? Note down the secondary side. And similarly see here in the primary side wattmeter and the ammeter and the voltmeter reading. You have to note it down. See here, primary side voltmeter, ammeter, wattmeter, and secondary side voltmeter, ammeter and wattmeter. See here, the load is, you have to write in terms of the amperes, that is the 0.5 amperes. Okay, so in this manner you have to increase the load 0.5. Another 1.5 you can switch on. Okay, now the load is 1 amperes. So for the 1 amperes, you note down the primary, secondary side voltage, current and power. Okay, then 1.5 means you switch on 0.5, then switch off the 0.5, then switch on the 1 amps. Now it is the 1 plus here 0.5. So the load is, now it is the 1.5 amperes. 1.5 amperes. See, after the 2 amps means you just switch off the 0.5 and switch on the another 1 ampere. Okay, now the load is 1 plus 1, 2 amperes. Right. So similarly, in this manner you increase the load up to the 4 amperes. Right. Because the rated current of the transformer is, see here, it is the 4.3 amperes. 4.3 amperes. So the load current should not exceed this 4.3. So we can stop up to the 4 amperes. Okay, we can stop the 4 amperes up to the consumption. So for everything, for each and 0.5 reading, 0.5 load, you have to note it down. See, 0.5, 1 amperes, 1.5, 2, 2.5, 3, 3.5, up to the 4. You note down the corresponding primary side voltage, current, and watts, and secondary side voltage, current and watts. Okay, and using this, see here you have the multiplication factor. You have the multiplication factor. In the input power means it's nothing but this wattmeter reading. Okay, this reads the input power, and the output power means the secondary side wattmeter reading. So you can note down this. But here, while calculating the input power and output power, see here the multiplication factor which plays the vital role. Okay, now how to calculate this load? See here in the wattmeter, okay, in the base, see here if the connection diagram, and the B1 E2 and B2 E1. If it a connection means, that means for 5 amps. Okay, for 10 amps how to calculate. And here the multiplication factor means, see here if it is the primary side, if it is the 150 amps we choose means the multiplication factor is 1. The multiplication factor is 1. See here. For 300 volts if you choose means that is the 2 amp. That is the multiplication factor is 2. Similarly for 10 amperes, if you choose the 150 volt, the multiplication factor is 2. And for the 300 volt, it is the 4, and for the 600, it is not required for this experiment. This is for the 3-phase connections. Okay, so we deal with this 150 volt and 300 volt alone, right? If you choose, we are choosing actually the 10 amps in the primary as well as the secondary side. So for calculating the primary side, we are choosing the 150 volt. So put the multiplication factor as 2. Okay, so then in the secondary side we are choosing this 300 volt. So you put a multiplication as 4. So using this multiplication factor, you have to calculate the input power and output power. Okay, so after that, for calculating the percentage efficiency, the formula is output power divided by input power. Okay, see here output power equal to W2 into multiplication factor, input power W1 into multiplication factor, and the efficiency is output power divided by input power into 100. So what is the corresponding efficiency for the particular load? For 0.5 amps, what is the efficiency? For 1 amps, what is the efficiency? For 2 amps, what is the efficiency? For 3 amps, what is the efficiency? So you can calculate up to the 4 amperes, because up to the 4 amperes load, you are giving the load to the transformer. Up to the 4 amperes load, you can calculate the corresponding efficiency. Okay. So now, while see, if you plot that graph, that is the efficiency versus output power. This is actually the characteristics we have to plot. The curve is like this. See, efficiency. See, it will give the efficiency at particular load, only the maximum. It keep on increasing. First, for few readings, it keep on increasing. See, after that, it will get decreases. It will get decreases, because if you consume the more amount of the load, much amount of the losses will be occur inside the transformer. So that is why if the losses increases, automatically efficiency get decreases. Okay, this curve. Next, this is regarding the efficiency. Okay, you have to plot the curve between the efficiency, percentage efficiency and output power. Right. Then we have to calculate the regulation. Okay, see here it is the percentage regulation, that is the voltage regulation, and this is the regulation, this is the formula. See, V2 naught minus V2 divided by V2 naught, that is the no load secondary voltage minus V2 divided by no load secondary voltage. That means no load, at no load we took the reading na, that reading you have to put, that means it will come around the 230 volt. Okay, like that it will come. Then if you keep on loading, for each and every loading, voltage must decreases to the 2 volt or maybe the 3 volt, up to the 3 to 4 volt it will get decrease for the each and every loading 0.5 amps. Okay, so here in denominator you put the again the same no loading. For example, 230 minus 227 divided by 230 for the particular load. For the particular load you have to calculate regulation. So similarly you have to calculate this, fill this column, that is the regulation column. Okay, percentage regulation. This you have to plot the characteristics. Okay, if you, percentage regulation versus output power, you have to plot this. For each and every reading you have to put some model calculations. Okay, this is the model calculation, how to calculate your efficiency and regulation. This is the model graph. Like this your performance will come. Otherwise you made some mistakes during the reading, okay, during the procedures, right? Okay, then finally you have to write the result. So result, how to write the result means, see here the aim. So what is our aim? To conduct the load test on single phase transformer and to find the efficiency and percentage regulation. Okay, so in the result what you have to write? Thus the load test on the single phase transformer is conducted and efficiency and percentage regulation is calculated for the different loads. That's all. Okay, that we can refer from the different loads what is the efficiency regulation, and that can be easily checked by your model graph. Okay, your characteristics should be like this. That means while plotting this graph you should have a curve like this for efficiency and curve like this for the regulation, then only it is correct. Okay, so for doing this finally you have to write the result. Okay, this is actually the very simple experiment. This is actually the load test on single phase transformer. Okay, actually see what all the things we are doing, that is what we are discussing in the procedure also. Connections are made, and after checking the no load condition, minimum position of the auto transformer, first while switch on the supply, auto transformer should be in the minimum position, that is the 0, it indicates the 0, right? Then ammeter voltmeter readings both primary secondary side are noted, everything is already explained, right? So this procedure you have to follow, right, during the experiment. Okay, so this is regarding the load test on single phase transformer. Okay, see here it is the your tabulation. You have to fill this table with the reading. Okay, anyway I will send some readings to you and you have to do the experiment and plot this curve. Okay, thank you.